What's the one thing we've all been hoping for in Season 3 of From? Revelations. And what's the title of Episode 9? Revelations Chapter 1. So I think we're finally going to get what we've all been waiting for, some answers. The trailer for Episode 9 was recently released, and with it looking like it's going to be focused on the search for Fatima following Elgin kidnapping her and keeping her in the prison that the kimono lady showed him, the whole town is set to go on a search party. But is Boyd also finally laying down his trap to capture one of the creatures? I think he might be. With it also seeming like Victor, Tabitha, Julie and Randall and their connection to the town is also going to be developed further. Let's jump into the video, break down the trailer, and I'll also give my theories and predictions on what I think could happen next. So let's get into it. Here is From Season 3 Episode 9 Theories Explained. Just to let you know, this video will contain spoilers. The first thing that I found particularly interesting about the trailer for the next episode was that at the center of it there was a speech that Boyd was giving. Boyd called out that Fatima was missing, and then he positioned Fatima missing as a way of the creatures undermining them and saying how they don't think that the people of the town have what it takes to find her. Boyd is obviously worried about his daughter-in-law going missing, but what this very much feels like is a leader that's been losing power, giving the people a common enemy and putting more fear within them so that he can rally them together, and at the end of the day, if she gets found, he can look like a hero. That's what a lot of leaders often do. In a time of struggle, they create a common enemy. Using phrases such as, "We're taking our lives back, and we can either lay down and die or we can fight." It's giving the people of the town an ultimatum, but also tapping into the fear that's in their mind and showing strength. Something people will get behind. Donna obviously mentioned in the previous episode about how the people of the town no longer trusted him and viewed him as a leader. So his presence in the trailer was him acting in a way that would allow him to hold on to that position of power for just a little bit longer. I also think this could be hinting at Boyd setting up a trap, but we'll get into that later. At the time of this scene, I don't think himself or Donna would have told the rest of the town that Fatima was responsible for the death of Tilly. This is because if they knew, they probably wouldn't be going out and searching for her, as they might have just felt as though she would have deserved whatever fate was on the horizon with her being in a state of missing. Elgin was present at the speech that Boyd gave before they all went on a search, which showed that he pretty much left Fatima in the prison on her own where the kimono lady could do what she wanted with her. During the trailer as well, we also saw a scene where Elgin spoke to Fatima and said that everything that he was doing was being done because he was trying to protect her. This was as the kimono lady was holding her finger to her mouth, requesting Fatima to be quiet. Fatima was saying, "No, no," in a panicked state in the background of this scene. So maybe they're going to be taking the baby from her in this episode, or they're going to be doing the transfusion type procedure that Elgin got the blood for. I think it's clear to see that Fatima is definitely carrying something now, and I think this could be a baby for the kimono lady. Maybe it just didn't appear in the scan because, like the kimono lady and how she only appears to the people that she wants to see her, the baby may have done that too. I'm also still thinking that the theory around Fatima being the kimono lady could have legs. With Julie's whole time bending, warping, or travel in the previous episode coming to light, could the kimono lady be a future version of Fatima coming back to the present day Fatima? It's something that could well be a possibility. The next part of the trailer then saw one of the children gesturing to Tabitha and Julie to go and follow them. The fact that Julie was with her mother, I think she's going to have told her what she saw when she was in the ruins. Acosta and Kenny both found Julie in a state where she was having a fit, so I don't think that Julie is going to be able to hide what she saw. This in turn will probably make the mother and daughter closer, as that makes the both of them connected to the town in a deeper way. This scene was intercut with both Julie and Randall looking like they were in severe pain. So I wonder if the time warping and connection to the past is going to be the very thing that the child in the forest is going to lead her to. There was a scene where Tabitha looked like she was distressed, so her daughter may well be in the state that we saw her in during the previous episode. Within the press photos for episode 9, it looks like Julie and her mother end up at the location of where Fatima is being kept. However, the doors seem to be open. Could we see them go in and not realize that there's a second door that's behind the wardrobe, showing that Fatima could well have been close to being saved? Or could they potentially walk in and see Fatima in the state after the kimono lady has done what she's needed to do? I think Tabitha could find Fatima, and that could also be what the look of distress was within the trailer. The following scene was of Victor hacking away at the faraway tree, and with it being connected to time travel and influencing the past, and that being the very thing that Julie is connected to. Could his actions be what causes her to look like she's in severe pain? Could she be connected to that very tree? During the last episode, with Victor also coming to the realization that it was the boy in white that was telling Christopher the secrets and not Jasper, and the importance of the faraway tree. Within the trailer, Victor was just doing Victor things and acting on impulse and took an axe to it. This was where the boy in white appeared and told him to stop. I think this next episode will finally give us the answers of what happened on the night that the entirety of the town was slaughtered when Victor was younger. It looked like the boy in white was leading Victor away after he interrupted him, and with the boy in white knowing what happened, I think we'll find out as Victor does. There is some positive news about the next episode. It looks like we're actually going to be seeing some creatures in the next installment, and there'll be some scenes at night. This is because there was a scene where one of them was pointing fingers at themselves, insinuating that Boyd should turn the weapon on himself, and the second thing was that Donna was locking up Colney House and there were weapons in hand. So I think this could actually be Boyd looking to trap one of those creatures, like how he mentioned in the early episodes of Season 3. It's been said by a lot of viewers that we don't know why he's forgotten about it, but with Fatima being gone and Boyd's speech being one that had an offensive tone to it, I wonder if he's going to be laying down a trap with the hopes of getting one and interrogating like he wanted to do several episodes back. I hope he does. The fact that he was also within the diner, which is the location of where he was giving his speech, there's definitely more to it than what it seems. Within the press images for the next episode, the look on certain characters' faces expressed fear, which to me shows that there's definitely a plan that's being cooked up. Donna looked scared, Acosta was drawing her weapon, and Kenny did too. There was one shot of Jim in the trailer for this episode, and it looked as though he was in the forest. So I wonder if we're going to be getting some answers on the creatures that lurk in the forest at night, because he's going to end up there and staying on his own. Jim kinda just floats around, gets annoyed with Tabitha and his kids, and doesn't really have that much of a purpose at the moment. So if he were to go to the forest, then at least the character would gain some kind of direction and provide some answers to the people of the town. The last thing that it seems like is going to be explored in the next episode is regarding Jade and Henry's new friendship that was formed, and the puzzling together of the pieces that Jade is trying to do with regards to the origin of the town and the potential way out. It seems like he's going to be at a bottle tree with Henry, so I wonder if Henry is going to end up saying something that Miranda might have said before. Something which might give Jade an answer or a hint in a direction that he'd not quite thought of before. As you can see, there are many different directions that this next episode could go in, but these are the predictions that I have in mind based on the previous episode, the press photos, and the upcoming trailer. So, there you have it, from Season 3 Episode 9, Theories Explained. If you want to see every episode of Season 3 of From being broken down, then click on the card in the top corner. There's an entire playlist there. Or alternatively, you can head over to my channel where you'll find them all. And finally, if you'd like to see what I rate the latest movies that don't quite make the cut to getting a dedicated video, then head over to my Letterboxd profile. It's where I rate the latest releases in real time. What do you think will happen next? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. As always, thanks for tuning into the video, and I'll see you in the next one.